Hi, this is BloombergQuint and I'm Tamanna. Did a lot of you hit Wikipedia this afternoon or perhaps try and Google who Mr. Nath Kovind was? Well, don't worry, you were not the only ones. The name is basically of the next presidential nominee of the NDA, the National Democratic Alliance, and this gentleman is currently the governor of Bihar. After several days of speculation on who is on that list for next president, the name which surfaced was a surprise to all. And in what has sort of become a template for the BJP, they keep everyone guessing. And at the end of the announcement, people are guessing some more as to how that name came about. So Nath Kovind is the nominee for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and here is what we know about him. He's 71 years of age, a two-time Rajya Sabha MP. He is a native of Kanpur Dehat, Uttar Pradesh. He's, of course, been a practicing lawyer for several years, both at the Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court. But the important part, politically speaking at least, of his resume is that he's the second Dalit nominee ever for presidency after former President K.R. Narayanan. And that is where the politics of the whole situation comes in. Well, the announcement was made this afternoon by BJP President Amit Shah, and it wasn't very clear what he was going to announce, but the name definitely came. And just following days of meetings between the BJP Presidential Committee, comprising of Venkaiah Naidu, Rajnath Singh and Arun Jaitley, meeting with several opposition leaders where they asked for support and consensus without mentioning who the candidate was. Well, the candidate Nath Kovind did take the opposition by surprise as well, because they weren't quite sure how to respond. The first natural instinct perhaps was to find a flaw, but the fact that he ticked all those political boxes of being a Dalit leader and having no controversy as at all connected with him so far left them fumbling in a sense for a response. Take a look at what a prime opposition leader said. Uddhav Thackeray of the Shiv Sena, sometimes more opposition than ally in Maharashtra, said he will take 2 days and convene a meeting with other leaders and then come up with his response. Nitish Kumar, Bihar Chief Minister, did give personal support and said he was happy that the nominee was governor of Bihar, but said he'll take some time to get back with an official support. And that was pretty much what flowed down the line. It was a wait and watch approach. Mamata Banerjee did stick her neck out a bit and said, well, he's not well known enough and perhaps there could be a better candidate. But no one really willing to come up with their own candidate. Now, what does that tell you about the situation? Sitaram Yechuri did, of course, go on to say that the BJP has acted unilaterally and there's no more scope for discussion with them. Though that is not something the Congress could say, because do remember that 2 of the 3 presidential committee participants, that is Rajnath Singh and Venkaiah Naidu, had called on Sonia Gandhi just a few days ago asking for consensus. So for the Congress, that opportunity of saying that they didn't even ask us was definitely lost. What they did come out with, though, is to say that we will not comment on the merits or demerits of the announcement, but we did hope that we were consulted in advance. In the whole list of grouses that they could have come up with, honestly, that seems to be quite a small one. So Ghulam Nabi Azad finally held a briefing today and said that we will think about what we do next. Though, of course, what I'm picking up from a lot of senior politicians is that the Congress is drawing up a list of who they could have as a contender. And of course, the guesses continue whether it will be another big Dalit name. So to flesh this out a bit more and find out what's happening in the capital right now, we're joined by Sanjay Pugalia, editorial director of BloombergQuint. Hi Sanjay, a hectic day in the capital and everyone wondering what to make of Nath Kovind.
Can I flip one statement that has been made, that who is Nath Kovind? Even people like Derek O'Brien are asking the same question, and in Lutyens, Delhi and South Mumbai the same question is being asked. Is it also not reflecting on our ignorance that we would know only certain type of Delhi, Bombay, English-speaking power elite, and we would not know about the many party workers, hundreds of them, who have risen in their rank after hard work? He is a lawyer. He is a governor. He was two-time MP. So if we don't know about him, and we are like Derek O'Brien again writes about, I'm just mentioning a name for a reference, that how many people have searched Wikipedia today. So Ram Nath Kovind is a career politician, has a good track record. So not knowing enough of him also reflects on us, isn't it, Tamanna?
And a lot of us did look at Wikipedia, no doubts about it. I in fact, heard the live commentary on a lot of channels today, and one anchor actually asked the question to her poor reporter that, do you think Ram Nath Kovind knew he was on the list? Obviously, the reporter did not have an answer to that question. But coming back to the point, does the fact that the BJP they did reach out to opposition parties, though they didn't reveal the name, and the fact that this is a Dalit leader blunt any reply the opposition may have?
Sorry, come again. I missed your last sentence.
My basic question is, the opposition has nothing left to say because they did ask them in advance for support, and he's a Dalit leader.
Yes, very difficult to find fault with this choice by Prime Minister Modi, by Mr. Amit Shah, maybe some input from Mohan Bhagwat. He is a pracharak, so you can crib with that. But his Dalit leader comes from Kori community from UP, Kanpur Dehat, as you said in your comment. Very difficult to oppose him. And even if for a symbolism sake, opposition should contest and should force an election, even though he's an NDA candidate, who would they come up with? So now we are talking about Meera Kumar. Congress party press conference, Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad only said that we have no comment to make at this point in time. We will say whatever we want to say on 22nd June after meeting other opposition parties. So they have to find equally strong, maybe much more qualified Dalit leader or extremely backward caste leader to make contest worthwhile. Otherwise, it is very difficult to find fault with this choice.
Perhaps that's why even Mayawati today, and that hers was an interesting comment, BSP chief, she said, I'm happy it's a Dalit leader, but I will wait and see if there is another Dalit leader. My question to you is that it was no big secret that the NDA nominee may be a Dalit leader. That was being spoken about, Draupadi Murmu was being spoken about. How come the opposition doesn't have a name ready? Or they say, okay, we have no problem.
Yes, very difficult for them to come to a consensus, especially, there are many tools when you are in power, and very effectively watch this election for presidential election. Also watch it for what happens in the opposition camp. So look at Mayawati's statement. She criticizes but says that I can't be negative about it, I will be positive about it. If someone comes up with a better name in opposition camp, then I will consider whether to vote for Mr. Kovind or not. And then Mr. Modi called Nitish Kumar. Remember, he is governor, he is still a governor of Bihar. So it will be a good argument for Nitish Kumar to forward if he decides to support Ram Nath Kovind, who is a Dalit leader also. And there are news reports that Samajwadi Party is also okay to support NDA candidate. So Mr. Modi will also prove a point that, look, what is the bad state of opposition camp is. Basically, he will isolate, he will try to isolate Congress party, maybe left parties, maybe some other smaller parties, but a large number of UPA camp regional parties may be tempted or compelled or dealt in a manner where they will also support Mr. Ram Nath Kovind. So there will be some collateral damage to so-called opposition unity that is a dire need of our time today.
The big fight was about if the opposition could put up some kind of contender, and you mentioned that in a piece you did a few days ago on BloombergQuint.com as well. My question is that, do you think the Congress will come up with a contender to sort of do a rehearsal of what kind of opposition unity they can get together, or will they save this for a bigger fight?
I think so. No, there is no point in saving something for bigger fight. This election, if they don't contest, will only prove that they have no energy, they have no ideas, they have no imagination to stay relevant in the game of electoral politics. Between two elections, all such occasions are an occasion where you argue about the issue, you make your point, you quarrel with the political rival. But if they think that it is going to be only symbolic, that's why we should not contest, and we are not able to find a good candidate, it will be a very, very pathetic showing or a pathetic commentary on the part of Congress. I think they should use this election to galvanize the opposition parties to sit together, and again the whole idea is to prepare yourself for 2019. All such occasions should be exploited totally rather than taking sannyas from each and every event that come by.
Well, at least if you have to fight, you have to have a good strategy in place. So let's see what we get from the Congress over the next few days. Thank you so much, Sanjay, for joining us. So what we can look forward to is some sort of contender or another nominee from the opposition space, and then what will remain to be seen is if the Congress can get other non-BJP, non-NDA parties on board. So it will be a contest after all. Who will be the winner is of course anyone's guess, though the NDA seems better placed right now.